On June 15, 1215, King John of England met rebellious barons at Runnymede meadow beside the Thames and agreed to something no English king had ever done before: limit his own power by law. The barons were furious, and they had good reason. John had lost most of England's French territories in humiliating defeats to Philip Augustus of France. The loss of Normandy in 1204 had been particularly devastating. England's Norman nobility suddenly found themselves cut off from their ancestral lands. To fund his disastrous attempts to reclaim these territories, John had imposed crushing taxes that pushed his subjects to the breaking point. But it wasn't just military failure and heavy taxation that drove the barons to rebellion. John had a vindictive streak that made him dangerous to cross. He imprisoned nobles without trial, extorted money through trumped-up charges, and even murdered his own nephew Arthur, who had a rival claim to the throne. When John demanded military service for yet another expedition to France in 1214, the northern barons finally said no. The document they forced him to seal at Runnymede wasn't called Magna Carta yet. That name came later. To contemporaries, it was simply the Charter. But buried within its 63 clauses was revolutionary language that would echo through centuries. Clause 39 contained the words that would change history. No free man shall be seized or imprisoned or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed or exiled, except by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land. For the first time in medieval Europe, a king had admitted in writing that he wasn't above the law. The Charter established that even royal power had limits, that justice required due process, and that taxation needed some form of consent. Clause 12 specifically stated that no tax could be imposed, except by the common council of our kingdom. John tried to break the agreement immediately, appealing to Pope Innocent III, who declared the charter null and void. This sparked the First Barons' War, but John's convenient death in 1216 ended the crisis. His 9-year-old son, Henry III's regents, reissued the charter to legitimize the new reign, and it became part of English law. Over the centuries, Magna Carta became a symbol far more powerful than its original practical effects. English lawmakers in the 17th century used it to challenge royal absolutism. American colonists cited it when protesting British policies. It became the foundation for constitutional government across the English-speaking world, proving that even a failed king's forced concessions could reshape civilization. Thanks for watching. Follow me here at Hoodie History for more fascinating stories from the past.